Hello everyone and welcome to my video about how to get the best experience out of Minecraft Java Edition. And the focus of this video is going to be showing you guys how you can get the best, in my opinion of course, resource pack, shader pack, mods, and even launcher for the best Minecraft experience that doesn't change it too much from what vanilla is. Before we get into it, please leave a comment with some feedback and subscribe if you liked the video. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is Prism Launcher, and that's because it's kind of the hub for my recommendation for improving your Minecraft experience, because it brings a lot of things together and it really makes configuring Minecraft as easy as it possibly can be. And it allows you to just play the game, set it up however you want, and worry about playing the game instead of worrying about copying files, getting zips, getting the right versions lined up, worrying about mods and all that jazz. So Prism Launcher just makes everything infinitely easier, and the amazing thing about it is it's open source. And for those of you that don't know what that means you can basically go look at the code yourself and you could edit it or customize it to however you want if you wanted to go that route. But it also means that because it's open source, that means we can trust it more because it has a lot of people looking at it and things like that. So if you go to prismlauncher.org, and I'll have all the links in my description, you can see a lot of information about it, see what it looks like, and it pretty much just walks you through about why you should choose this launcher, and a lot of the things that I like it for are listed here. So it makes it really easy for mod pack management, downloading and updating mods, and then having different instances of Minecraft. Like maybe you want a forge version for some specific thing, you want another fabric version, you have a mod pack that you play with your friends, you keep that separate, stuff like that. Each of them have their own separate .minecraft folder if you've ever played with mods and stuff like that. So they're completely separate and you can't mess other stuff up. So once you get Prism Launcher installed, you'll get something like this. I've got a theme applied and obviously I'm signed in and I've got a couple of instances here. So you can see I've got a fabric instance, which is my main one, and then a forge one, which I don't really use anymore. You can see it's only got 40 seconds on it. Oh, that was the last time I played. It's got 8 minutes in total. Whereas Fabric has 6 days and 15 hours in total. So that's since I've started using Prism, which is cool. I think that's also a cool thing. It tracks your playtime if you ever wanted to know that. And then I also have one for Distant Horizons because I was just playing around with that and seeing what you can do with Distant Horizons. So pretty much what you want to do as soon as you get it is you can go add instance, and then this is the menu you get. And you can select a version of Minecraft here, and then you can even go into snapshots, old snapshots, betas, alphas, experiments. It's honestly so amazing. And then so basically if you select one here, it can also find the right version of stuff for you. So see for 1.20.6, we've got version 50 of Forge, but if I go to 123, we've got 4902 and 4901. So that takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, and it just really helps you a lot, and it just makes it so much easier. You can also import from zips, so you can have different mod pack files. So you can have you can import all the mods and all the stuff automatically. These things here on the left are mod pack sources. So we've got CurseForge, FTB Legacy, and then an import for FTB, and then we've also got Modrinth and Technic. So you can pay all the Technic mod packs in this as well, and it's just super easy. You select the version as well, just hit OK, or you can go find a custom mod pack like Pixelmon is here, and then you can search for them as well. So it's really, really amazing for mod packs. So once you've got your instance created, it'll show up like this, and what you can do with it is you can give it an icon and rename it, of course. A lot of cool icons. So you really make it stand out. But what you can do is if you go to edit, so this brings this window here. What you can do is it's really easy to install the mod loader or even change it. If you have an instance already and you want to add it, all you go is install loader, and then you can select from here, and then you can select the version you want. And there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and it makes it super easy to open the right folder for you. another amazing thing is mods. So basically, these are all the mods I have. You can also enable and disable them if you want to like keep the file there, but you don't want to just delete it necessarily. Like I have Distant Horizons here, but it doesn't work so well with shaders and stuff, so I've just got it disabled. What you can do also when you want to download mods is just go to download mods, and then this searches Modrinth and CurseForge for you. And then all you have to do, let's pick simple voice chat. That's a nice popular mod. All I have to do is it automatically selects the version as well, and it picks the best version it thinks for your Minecraft version, and then you just go select mod for download, and then you go review and confirm, and then it'll show you all the mods you've selected. So if I selected like this one as well, so you see it'll grab both of them for me, and I can just go like, oh actually I don't want that one anymore, and then it'll add them here. So it'll download those files for you. It'll also get any dependencies those mods have, which can be a real pain because like you get a mod, but then it has dependencies on other mods, so you have to go find those other mods and put them there as well. But Prism Launcher takes care of that for you. And the same goes for resource packs. You go to download packs, you can search packs as well. And the same goes for shader packs. You can also search for shaders and just grab those here. So it really just makes it so much easier, and then you can just manage these as well. And it's really, really great. It shows you your worlds, it shows you any servers you have, and it shows you screenshots. And also Prism Launcher has like global settings. So what you can do is go to Java, and then you can update the memory really easily. And if you've ever done this in the default launcher, you know it's a bit tricky. You have to do like a command line argument with a bunch of weird numbers. So yeah, this makes it so much easier. All right, so now let's get into the specific mods and things that I recommend you play Minecraft with. Even if you don't get Prism Launcher, you should get these. So my recommended launcher is Fabric, and that's because it is what the Minecraft modding community I feel like is moving towards, with mods coming out now that don't even support Forge anymore. Fabric is much more friendlier, even from the development perspective. I have made mods with Fabric, and it is so much easier because you can use Kotlin with Fabric. I'm not sure if you can use it with Forge, but Kotlin is a really modern programming language compared to Java, and it makes it much easier for developers to work and make mods and stuff like that. And now we will be talking about Sodium. So Sodium is a highly recommended mod. You can see it's got 9.12 million downloads, and that's because it really is that good. This is basically Optifine on steroids. This is so much better than Optifine. You really should not be using Optifine anymore. And one of the reasons I say you should use Fabric is because this is a Fabric only mod. This does not work with Forge, so you have to use it with Fabric, and it is worth it. Because you can see here, it increases your FPS dramatically. And it just makes Minecraft so much easier to run and so much smoother that you really don't have to worry about performance things anymore. And you can check out the Modrinth page for a detailed explanation of how it works, which is amazing. Let me know if you guys would want me to do like detailed like testing of Sodium and other optimization mods. I can do like before and after maybe and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely get Sodium. All right, and moving on to the next optimization mod, it's called Lithium, which it optimizes like game logic and server. So this is both a server side mod and a client side mod, because client side you still have an internal server running, so it's very useful. And it can, so if you have a server, you should install this on your server as well, because it'll help a lot. And even if you're playing single player, it does help performance, so you should do it. Updates things like game physics, mob AI, block ticking, etc. But it doesn't change any vanilla mechanics. It's even allowed in like Minecraft speedrunning communities. So yeah, definitely install this one as well. All right, and now let's get into the eye candy. So Iris Shaders does exactly what it says. It allows you to use shaders, and specifically Optifine shaders with Fabric. So if you remember, we're using Fabric, and that means no Optifine. So that means we're using Sodium, and that means you can't use those normal shaders. So you need to get Iris, which allows you to use Optifine shaders. Alright, and the next mod is Continuity. So continuity basically allows you to use Optifine connected textures in Fabric, because then we're not using Optifine because we are using Fabric and we want to chase every last frame we can get, but we still want to have the best Minecraft experience. And I feel like connected textures are really important, and they're just this like tiny little bit of detail on Minecraft that just makes it so much more beautiful. Probably the biggest way you can customize your game, like very like granularly, very like you can pick and choose options, like specific things that you want in your game and you don't want in your game, is vanilla tweaks, because it is absolutely amazing the amount of options that are in here. If you just scroll through, you can see that there's like hundreds. It's amazing, honestly. So you have resource pack and data pack options and crafting tweaks. So for resource pack, obviously this is mostly aesthetic stuff, and you can see when you hover over something, it shows you preview on the right side, and you can see like brown leather, softer wool, like animated campfire items, like make the particles color. There's stuff in here that I haven't even seen because I haven't looked at it in a long time, but it's just absolutely amazing. And there's stuff like bushy leaves, wavy leaves, you get that kind of shader look, wavy water, just amazing. And you just go through here, you can get variations, like different, like subtle differences in textures, which can make things look a lot better. There's also things like auditory options, like quieter rain, quieter thunder, quieter nether portal. Nether portals are really loud. There's also utility things, which like you wouldn't really think, but you can get like mob spawn indicators. You can get your tool to look different the more it breaks. Directional observers, that's super useful. Visible tripwires. Then you can also get things to like get rid of fog, make there be less rain particles. It's just so much you can get in here. It's amazing. And like 3D bookshelves, which is really cool. 3D chains, and then you can also change your HUD, change your crosshair, stuff like that. And my probably favorite thing is dark UI, which is just, I just really like having a dark inventory. And also you can just like change your friggin' backgrounds to anything you want. You can also change the menu panoramas to, if you had a really favorite one, you can probably find it here. And then you can also change like stuff like the logo. You can go back to some classic textures if you want. If you like those, you can go back to that. And yeah, there's also some fun stuff like smiley axolotls, which is super cute. Wandering Zuma. And then yeah, you can change the color of slimes. And then there's also stuff like parody, so like to match things with Bedrock Edition. And then there's also some fixes, which is just insane to me that like this stuff Mojang hasn't done. Like, look at this bucket. A normal water bucket is 1 pixel higher than an axolotl bucket, so they just move it down 1 pixel. That is the whole fix. And then the redstone wire apparently doesn't line up. I never really noticed that, but yeah, now it makes like a continuous pattern, which is awesome. So there's a lot of stuff here which you can get if you want. So yeah, you should definitely check out vanilla tweaks. And then there's even more options in data packs. Like if you've seen on Hermitcraft, they got armor statues. You can unlock all recipes to get rid of that annoying new recipe unlock thing. Fast leaf decay, which is super useful. Multiplayer sleep. Turn pillager raids off and stuff like that. There's also durability ping. So like if your tool is decaying or is close to going away, you can get pinged for that, which is really useful. There's also armored elytra. It allows you to combine elytra and chest pieces and player head drops, stuff like that. So you can also turn off creeper griefing, enderman griefing, ghast griefing. You can get double shulker shells. So these are a lot of where the hermits get their stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. Like there's even specific Hermitcraft section here. I don't even know that. But yeah, there's really cool stuff here. You should really check out vanilla tweaks. And I'm not sure what's in crafting techniques, but you can check it out. And this makes so much sense. I've needed this my whole life. I didn't even know this was a thing. What? never made sense. You only get 3 trapdoors. Ah! Alright guys, so you can see here in my resource packs, I've got Whips Builder Pack, and this is an old one, but I think I'm gonna subscribe to his Patreon now because it's really worth it, and Whip is an absolutely amazing creator. If you haven't already seen his videos, you should, because he makes this texture pack and it's really, really nice, and it's really like, it really fits into the vibe of Vanilla Plus. It improves things, but it doesn't like change them, if that makes sense. And then I've also got my super old vanilla tweaks 1.18, you can see there. I also need to update that, but that's okay. So I recommend getting vanilla tweaks, doing whatever kind of customizations you want on the website, and then Whips Builder Pack. This one is free. You can get this on Modrinth and CurseForge and stuff, or you can use the newer one if you are sub to his Patreon. So before, what I was talking about continuity with connected textures, and this is another amazing part of Whip's texture pack. It is this. So you can see the grass is going over the footpath, and it's even like 3D. So it goes over, and then the sand mixes into the grass, and the dirt all mixes into the grass, and it's just amazing. The stone mixes into the sand, stuff like that. It's just so beautiful, and it makes it so rich. I really, really love it, and the trees and everything in this texture pack are amazing. And of course, I am running a shader, as I'm sure you guys can tell. And that shader is Complementary Unbound. So I definitely think this shader is a good one to have, and I think it also fits the vibe of Vanilla Plus, where it's not super crazy, but it does make it much more aesthetic, in my opinion. Obviously, a round sun is not very vanilla, but that's okay. Adds a lot of cool things like rainbows. There's also the northern lights in the sky. There's really cool space clouds and stuff like that. So it's truly a beautiful mod, and I really like it. And the way it does stuff underwater, it just looks beautiful to me. And I think it's really, it really fits the vibe of Vanilla Plus, and I definitely think you guys should try it out. And hopefully with all the optimization mods, you will be able to run it. And yeah, it won't be too hard on your PC. All right, and the next thing I will be showing you guys is the quality of life mods. So one of them is QuickShulker, which means you can just open shulker boxes without placing them down. So if you have it in your hotbar, you can just right click in the air and it opens it. And then, which is even cooler, you can just, while you have your inventory open, you can just right click it and that opens it up for you, which is super useful. If you've got a chest or something, like you're down here, you're looking at that, you want to look at the shulker box, you just click that and then you're looking at that. So it's super helpful, and it's just amazing. And the next one you probably see is Shulker Tooltip. So it shows you what's in it, and then you can configure this to always show you like this view or this view, a couple of options, and it's really useful for showing everything that's in a shulker box, so you don't need to open it to see what's in there. All right, and now if you got the mods, mod list mod, now when you go to your pause menu, or if you're on the main menu, you have this mods option, and then it shows you all the mods you have. And then if you've got the mod config thing, all your mods, well, the mods that support it, like my mod here doesn't support it, so there's no button. But if you go to Shulker, we can go to configure, and then we can turn, there's a bunch of options here. So we can keep always on, and then we can save that. So now that means I don't need to hold shift. Look at it, it's just always open. So yeah, mod menu is super important, because usually all these options are like hidden in their text files. You would have to go look at the text file and edit manually, but mod menu makes it really easy. It gives you helpful descriptions. Mod config, it gives you helpful descriptions, and then it lets you also reset to what the default things were and stuff like that. So it's definitely really helpful when you're working with a lot of mods and stuff like that. All right, and the next one is, of course, a mini map, which you can see in the top right corner, which I think is just really nice to play with. It really brings another dimension to your Minecraft world, and it can make it much more fun to play when you don't really need to worry about getting lost and things like that. But of course, if that's something you enjoy, you can just not get that mod. So there's a mini map, and then there's also a world map, which I absolutely love because it lets me see my world without the hassle of like dealing with maps and updating them and everything like that. And also waypoints and stuff like that. I really like to use these, mark out points of interest in my world and see how my world is developing, and also teleporting to them if you want to, you can do that. Yeah, I really like these, and these are both Zero's mini map and Zero's world map, and they are super useful. This is the Grave project I'm working on, where I'm adding a follower. For every follower on Instagram and TikTok, I'm adding a grave and their username. So yeah, you can see I've got a lot. This is actually in total 100,000 or a little bit over, which is crazy. It started here. So we were here, graves, and then we moved to graveyard 2, and then we moved to the nether roof, and then we moved back here. So yeah, it's super helpful. There's even stuff like cave modes and things like that, where it'll show you the layer of the cave you're in. You can decide if you want to see entities, other players, stuff like that. You can export a PNG of it, which is super nice to share. And yeah, there's tons of stuff you can do with tons of options for this as well. Alright guys, there you go. There is my recommendations for the best Minecraft experience you can get. Please let me know what you think. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, as it really helps me out. And if you want a grave for yourself with your username on it, follow me on Instagram or TikTok, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!